Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is day 2 of my self-quarantine. I feel like it's really all I can do to help us get through this pandemic. So I've been at home just chilling. I was planning on filming a video today, but then today came around and I don't know, I just kind of felt a little bit weird. I'm not sure if it's okay to be posting during this time, but then I keep saying like we should pick up a hobby or just, do something that'll distract you in a positive way. So although I wanted to film another video today, I ended up discouraging myself from filming at all. But then I decided to come downstairs to at least do my makeup because no matter what, it takes me out of what's really happening in the world and it just makes me feel better. My day just goes a little bit better when I focus on unimportant things like makeup, because let's face it, anything that has to do with beauty, the outside, what we do, is the last thing that's important. But then again, if that's kind of what brings us to just feel even a little bit better, then let's just play with makeup. So I had thought about just coming downstairs and doing my makeup real quick for my own sake. I thought I would just go ahead and film how I would do my makeup for a little pick-me-up. So it's gonna be nothing fancy. It's gonna be a really simple look, but I just figured I'll share with you guys. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. So today I'm gonna use my Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint, and I use this in the shade medium. I absolutely love this product. If you guys have been following me for some time, you know already how much I love this. Last summer, I used it nonstop, and I definitely see myself finishing up this bottle pretty soon. So actually, let me just go ahead and do 2 pumps straight onto the brush there, and then, oops, spilled a little bit there. Just dab it on. So I like to kind of pounce it in first, and this way, all of the little pigmented beads break, and so you start to get a little bit of a coverage. This really doesn't cover much, but it does help your complexion look a lot more fresh and just, I don't know, I've always had a really hard time explaining this product, but I just love how my skin looks when I use this. I know a lot of people use this as a primer, and I probably have like once or twice. I might have actually filmed one time that I did use it as a primer. But I like it on its own, and I have other primers that I like to use as well. So if I'm not going to kind of take advantage of this product for all of its wonders, then I don't want to just kind of use it and then cover up with another foundation. So we'll just use this. And where I do have more hyperpigmentation, I'm then just going to go in and spot conceal. But this alone, I just so love. Okay, so you see, like, doesn't my skin look better than when the video started? I feel like it does. Obviously, you can still see hyperpigmentation, but it does something to the complexion of my skin. I don't know, I just love it. All right, so some concealer. We're gonna go in with this Bareminerals Bareskin Complete Cover Serum Concealer. I'm using the shade Medium. We'll just apply a little bit. And then, or I do want to add more coverage. This right here was like nothing, and I just started picking at it and picking at it. Clearly I'm failing at the part of don't touch your face, because all I'm doing is touching my face. I mean, I'm washing my hands vigorously, but I still cannot manage to get my hands off of my face. So that right there just kind of gives me a little bit more coverage where I need it, and it's still not excessive. Just going to use the same brush here for the concealer. This is a very soft brush. So what are you guys doing to kind of keep yourself, sane during this time? I know we're only, like I said, I'm only on day 2. I mean, it hasn't been horrible for me, but I am very much of a homebody anyway. But, still, I like to at least go out sometimes, like for dinner, for brunch, or out to the mall. But I am not doing any of that. And so I feel like by midweek, I'm definitely going to feel it a lot more. Luckily, I do have the luxury of working from home. But I feel like because I really can't go out after work or like right now on the weekends, I'm a little bit afraid that I'm going to get to the point of like desperation. So share with me, what have you been doing lately? What are your plans? I'm currently using the Chantecaille Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. Is this one right here. I'm just going to go ahead and set this concealer because I do crease a little bit. Though last summer I wasn't setting my concealer at all, and I liked it because it gave me more liberty throughout the day to touch up better if I so pleased. But we're just gonna powder under the eyes here. I've been watching 90 Day Fiancé, and it is such a ridiculous show. But the reason why I started watching that is because I watched Love is Blind, and I did have to go into the office last week one day. And so I asked my coworkers, hoping that they had watched Love is Blind as well, because I just really wanted to talk about it with somebody. And none of them had watched it, but then they started talking about 90 Day Fiancé. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the cream bronzer from Tom Ford. It's the shade Illuminate. I have Intensity 1. So they started talking about 90 Day Fiancé. I had no idea what they were talking about because I've never seen the show. And I started watching it on Friday, and I am on season 2 now, and it is addicting. Like, it's not, I don't know if it's a show I would say, yeah, you have to go watch it. No, I mean, it's reality TV, but my husband's actually been watching it with me, which is kind of funny, but they canceled all sports except for UFC, so unless there's a fight, he literally has nothing to watch. Like, he's not somebody that really watches TV unless it's about sports. So, because there's nothing really for him out there right now, he's watching whatever I want to watch. We're also we finished watching it already. It's The Outsider. That one's on HBO. That was pretty good. I'm surprised that even my husband kind of watched that as well, because he's not into, like, I'm gonna say it's a supernatural kind of show, so he doesn't really like things like that. I'm not the biggest fan of that kind of stuff either, but yeah, I mean, we both did end up liking that show. I don't like scary stuff though. I do love to listen to Crime Junkie. That for me is different. But when it comes to like scary movies or scary shows, count me out. I am usually just not at all interested in things like that. But The Outsider is pretty good. All right, so for my highlight and blush, I'm gonna use this Kosas Velvet Melon. That is definitely accentuating. I have a blemish right there, so that's definitely showing extra. I should have just gone around that. So I haven't used this before. I've just swatched it. It looks nice. Just kind of cross my forehead. A little bit on my nose here. I went a long time with avoiding adding highlighter onto the tip of my nose. But you know, as long as you don't add too much, I think you're fine. Because I've seen people in person with a ridiculous highlight on the tip of their nose, or just like a stripe straight down, and that looks horrible. So I'm always like extra careful, although, you know, sometimes even when we want to be careful, we still get a little carried away. Just the same brush, picked up some of the blush. I don't like how this picks up actually with the brush. It applies it fine now. So yeah, so what else? I don't know. I need to make some banana bread tonight. The bananas that we have right now are super ripe. So right now, after I'm done filming this, I'm gonna go upstairs and make some banana bread. Okay, so that's it really for the face. Let me go ahead and just color in my brows. I have this like little sample brow from Benefit. It is a Precisely My Brow pencil, and I have it in the shade 3.5. So I'm just going to fill them in a little where I need to. This is like where I always mess up. So I don't have a lot of brow right here in this inner portion of my left brow. And that's where I have the hardest time kind of filling it in without making it look crazy. I just don't have patience for my brows. I never have, and I don't think I ever will. So this specific shade, the 3.5, it has a little bit of a red undertone to it, and that's kind of showing a little, but it's okay. I'm not leaving my house anyway, so it's totally fine. All right, for the eyes, I'm just gonna use this Caviar stick from Laura Mercier. It's in the shade Cocoa. This is my favorite one out of all the ones I have from her Caviar sticks, just because I feel like it's the most like versatile one. So you can kind of use it as an eyeliner. You can use it, like I'm gonna use it right now, as a one shadow eyeshadow look, or how do you say that? One shadow eye look. So I'm just going to drag it with my finger. Up into the crease and beyond a little. I'm also going to drag some of this here on my bottom lash line. Smudge it out with my finger. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of this in my waterline as well. So I know I have a lot of open mascaras, and I just think that I have them in like all of my purses, because sometimes mascara, if I'm running late or if I'm in a rush, mascara is something I'll just do in the car. And I only have 2 down here right now, and I probably have like 6 open at the moment. So probably even more, but I can't find them. So right now I'm using the Marc Jacobs, what is this one called? It is the Velvet Noir. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I love how long my lashes are. Grande lash, whew, love that stuff. Okay, and then for lips, I'm just gonna use this extra lip tint from Bobbi Brown. And this is in the shade, what shade is this? Bare Melon. Alright guys, and that's it as far as today's makeup look. Something very simple. It feels very minimal to me as well. And I don't know, it just kind of got me out of that funk I was feeling. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. And while you're there, if you haven't yet, do not forget to subscribe so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Until next time.